Dear students, this is my first video lecture for subject Advanced Accounting and Auditing paper 4 for class second year BCom semester 4 Veer Narmad South Gujarat University. In this video lecture, we will see the syllabus of particular subject and discuss one chapter, issue of bonus shares to the equity shareholders. Here is the index of chapters with percentage weightage for university exams. First chapter is internal reorganization. We can call it as an internal reconstruction. Another name of the chapter is capital reduction, and the weightage is 25 percentage marks in 50 marks. Second is accounting for real estate developers. This is only theoretical chapter and carries only 10% weightage in our university paper. Chapter 3 is bonus shares. Under section 63 we have to see the issue of bonus shares to the existing equity shareholders. Second part is redeemable preference shares. As per section 55 we have to discuss the chapter for issue and redemption of preference shares, and percentage weightage is 25%. And last but not the least chapter is final accounts of company as per schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013, and the percentage weightage is 40% in university exam. So dear students, like this the whole syllabus is divided into 4 sections, section A, B, C and D. Here in this particular video lecture we will discuss about the issue of bonus shares by the company. In this video lecture we will discuss about the meaning of bonus shares, rules and provisions regarding issue of bonus shares, sources of bonus shares, and finally how to pass accounting entries for issue of bonus to make partly paid up equity shares fully paid up, and journal entries for issuing bonus shares to the fully paid up equity shares by the company. Let us take a brief introduction of the chapter. A company can increase its share capital within the limits of authorized capital at any time by the issue of further shares. Dear students, here I presume that you people know the term authorized capital because it was there in your previous class syllabus. Such shares shall be offered, number 1, to persons who at the date of the offer are holders of equity shares of the company in proportion to the paid up share capital on those shares. Normally we call it as a right shares because the first right will be given to the existing shareholders and then new shareholders will be allotted the shares if any. Second, to employees under a scheme of employee stock option subject to special resolution passed by the company. We call it as an ESOP, ESOP. Third, to any person if it is authorized by a special resolution either for cash or for a consideration other than cash. Here we issue shares to the vendor of assets. Number 4, to the debentures issued or loan raised by the company to convert such debentures or loans into shares in the company. Normally it is convertible debentures. So like this company can increase its share capital within the authorized capital by making an issue of right shares, ESOP issue of shares to the vendor of assets and converting debentures into paid up equity share capital. Now let us understand the bonus shares. Sometimes the company gives shares to its shareholders out of its accumulated profits, and the shareholders are not required to pay anything in return to the company. Such shares are called bonus shares. Dear students, here you please try to understand. Company gives shares to its existing equity shareholders out of accumulated profits, and for that shareholders not required to pay any single rupee to the company. It means bonus shares are issued to the existing equity shareholders at free of cost. When a company requires fund for expansion or diversification, it may retain profits in the business and issue bonus shares to its equity shareholders. To satisfy the equity shareholders, company gives them bonus shares. Next, shareholders get bonus shares in lieu of profit. As a part of share in profit, shareholders get bonus shares. It is also called capitalization of profits. So we can say another name of bonus issue is capitalization of profit. Why? Because accumulated profits get conversion into share capital, and that is why it is called capitalization of profits. And last but not the least, shareholders receive shares without paying for it. This is very important point. For bonus shares, equity shareholders do not make payment to the company. They get bonus shares free of cost. Here are some rules or provisions regarding issue of bonus shares. Let us see one by one. First point, the bonus issue is made out of free reserves built out of the genuine profits or share premium, or you can say securities premium collected in cash. So dear students, here you try to understand, for issuing bonus shares, company can utilize accumulated profits which are called free reserves. We see in next slide what is free reserve, and securities premium collected in cash only. It means by issue of shares, whatever security premium we receive as a collection in form of cash can be used for issue of bonus shares. Number 2, reserves created by revaluation of fixed assets cannot be capitalized. It means revaluation reserve cannot be used or utilized for issue of bonus shares. Same way, the declaration of bonus issue in lieu of dividend is also not allowed. It means dividend is a right of shareholders. Company cannot issue bonus shares in lieu of dividend. Next, bonus shares can be issued only against fully paid up shares. Dear students, this is very important point. I repeat, bonus shares can be issued only against fully paid up shares. I think here the concept or term paid up share is very well known to you people. Okay, next, there should be a provision in the article of association of the company for capitalization of reserves. This is mandatory. Next, a company which announces its bonus issue after the approval of the board of directors must implement the proposals within a period of 6 months for the date of such approval, and shall not have the option of changing the decision. Next, consequent to the issue of bonus shares, if the subscribed and paid up capital exceeds the authorized share capital, a resolution shall be passed by the company at its general body meeting for increasing the authorized capital. So these are some rules and provisions regarding issue of bonus shares. My dear students, one must remember these rules and provisions before issuing bonus shares. And so far as your exam is concerned, this particular theory question can be asked as a short note. Next is profits and reserves available for issuing bonus shares. First is securities premium received in cash only, and the second is capital redemption reserve. My dear students, remember these two things. These are nothing but reserve and surplus. Securities premium reserve and capital redemption reserve. No, as per Companies Act, above two may be used only for issuing fully paid up bonus shares. These two can be used only and only for issuing bonus shares to fully paid up shares. Whereas free reserves built out of the genuine profits. Genuine profit means profit earned by the company by doing a core function, that is operating activity. So we have three resources for bonus shares. First is security premium received in cash only, capital redemption reserve, and free reserves built out of the genuine profits. Now let us see the meaning of free reserves or sources of bonus shares. A reserve, the utilization of which is not restricted in any manner, is known as free reserve. It means reserve created out of profit which are free to use for any purpose is termed as free reserve. Here are some examples: credit balance of profit and loss account, general reserve or a reserve fund, capital reserve representing capital profits received in cash. My dear students, same like securities premium, capital reserve is available only when it is received in cash. Here is the example: capital profit on sale of assets or profit on reissue of forfeited shares. My dear students, here I presume you know the concept of reissue of forfeited shares. It was there in standard 12th. Then dividend equalization reserve, insurance fund, workmen's compensation fund, workmen's accident fund, and voluntary debenture redemption reserve. My dear students, these are some examples of free reserve, and for examination purpose you will have to remember this reserve which are available for the issue of bonus shares. In addition to the above free reserves, securities premium received in cash and capital redemption reserve are also available for issue of fully paid up bonus shares. My dear students, from exam point of view, this is very important point. You need to keep note of this. This can be asked as a short note, that sources of bonus shares. And to solve examples, this will be very useful to you people. Now here are statutory reserves which are not available for bonus shares. Statutory reserves, that is reserve created under some statute, say for example Companies Act, as per Income Tax Act, and which are to be maintained for a specific period, cannot be used for issuing bonus shares. My dear students, here you remember statutory reserves are not available for issue of bonus shares. Okay, and here are some examples of statutory reserves: investment allowance reserve, development rebate reserve, export profit reserve, project export reserve, infrastructure development reserve. These are some reserves but which are statutory reserves and not available for bonus shares. May be possible in examination to for confusion, a paper setter may put any reserve out of this statutory reserve to check your knowledge and understanding about the issue of bonus shares. So please keep in mind. Now we will see the most important part, accounting entries for the issue of bonus shares. First we will see accounting entry for using bonus or utilizing bonus in making partly paid up shares fully paid up. Sometime company makes use of bonus to make it partly paid up shares fully paid up. Okay, in that case first entry is for profit utilized, by out of which profit company is going to issue bonus. And for partly paid up shares, my dear students, you remember company will use only and only free reserves, only and only free reserves. Here I have taken the 2-3 free reserves for journal entry, that profit and loss account debit, general reserve account debit, dividend equalization fund account debit, to bonus to shareholders account. Here we are using free reserves. Normally reserves have a credit balance, but here we are going to reduce the balance from free reserve, and that is why free reserves are debited and bonus to be given to shareholders, and shareholders accounts are credited. Second entry for making unpaid call due. My dear students, here we have to make our partly paid up shares fully paid. So first we will make entry for final call due, and our entry is share final call account debit to equity share capital account. Dear students, you remember your 12th standard, you have passed same entry for making call on equity shares. And last entry for making shares fully paid by giving them bonus, and our accounting entry is bonus to shareholders account debit to share final call account. So to make partly paid up shares fully paid up by giving bonus, company passes these 3 journal entries. Our first entry for profit utilization, second entry for final call due, and third entry for making shares fully paid up by giving them bonus. Now in this section we will see entries for issuing bonus to fully paid up equity shareholders. First entry for utilization of profit, capital redemption reserve account debit, securities premium account debit. Dear students, in previous we have discussed that capital redemption reserve and securities premium account are used for giving bonus shares to fully paid up shareholders. Okay, and if any shortage is arising, general reserve, that means free reserve, will be used for that shortage. So here we have debited capital redemption reserve account debit, securities premium account debit, general reserve account debit, dividend equalization fund account debit, profit and loss account debit to bonus to shareholders account. And final entry for issue of bonus shares, our entry is bonus to shareholders account debit to equity share capital account to securities premium account if any. Sometime company may issue bonus shares at premium, so here we are going to credit securities premium account. Okay, so like this for fully paid up bonus shares we have 2 accounting entries, and for partly paid up shares we have 3 accounting entries. My dear students, you people take note of these particular journal entries and rules and sources of bonus shares plus statutory reserves for your exam purpose. Students, thank you very much for watching this video lecture. Very soon we will meet with solution of examples in this chapter.